Back to the ball game. So what characteristics of human rights holds the right to life, dignity, and personal development? Huh? $1,000 sa board exam. Universal. Na? Sureball yan sa board exam. This criminal justice model is based on the idea that the most important function of the CJS is the protection of the public and the repression of criminal conduct. So, protection of the public and repression of criminal conduct, ang tinutukoy dyan, crime control. So, according to this criminal justice model, the rights of an individual must be co-equal with a concern for public safety. Yan lang ang tatandaan nyo. Kapag yan ang tinatanong, ang tinutukoy, due process. Okay, so number 4, 1,000 stars yan. Sa board exam, tandang mabuti sa board exam. Ano daw ang definition ng terrorism? So, huwag nang pahirapan ng sarili. Tandaan yung letter A. Yan ang definition ng terrorism according to United Nations. That is actual board exam question. So, number 5. What is the main objective of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights? Saan pinirmahan ng mga bansa ang Universal Declaration of Human Rights? Pinirmahan yan sa Paris, France. Kailan pinirmahan yan ng mga bansa? Noong December 10, 1948. So, ano daw ang main objective ng Universal Declaration of Human Rights? Protektahan ang human rights sa buong mundo. So, letter B. So, number 6, this concerns to the obligations of the community to individuals and requires fair disbursement of common advantages and sharing of common burden. So, fair. So, yun ang keyword mo dyan. That is justice. 7, this function of the law enforcers is being done through elimination of factors influencing the occurrence of crimes, good community relations, educating the citizens about their role, introduction of delinquency prevention programs, good parenting, and others. So, sasagot mo naman dyan, crime prevention. Question number 8. This is actual board exam questions. Question, 1,000 stars sa board exam. So, the principal character of the criminal justice process links all components of the CJS. Ha? Sasagot mo, offender. Number 9. The frontline defender of democracy in the CJS. Defender, police. Number 10. He is responsible in evaluating the evidence the police have gathered and deciding whether it is sufficient to warrant the filing of charges against the alleged violator. So, tinitingnan niya kung merong probable cause under the old rule, di ba? Under the old rule yan, ha? Pero sa new rule, anong ginagamit? Prima facie evidence. Prima facie evidence with reasonable certainty of conviction. So, magkaiba na yan, ha? Probable cause under the old rule. Yan yung new rule, yung prima facie evidence with reasonable certainty of conviction. Dinidetermine yan ng mga prosecutor bago kasampahan ng kaso ng information sa korte. 11. It refers to the questioning, 1,000 stars sa board exam. Basta makita mo yung word na questioning, initiated by law enforcement officer after a person has been taken into custody Yan ay definition ng custodial investigation. 1,000 stars yan sa board exam. Okay, number 12. Inaral natin sa Rules on Criminal Procedure, meron tayong 9 na rights of the accused under the Rules on Criminal Procedure. Yung letter A to letter H, siyam yun. Kung maalala nyo, yung letter A to letter I. Pero yung letter A to letter I, tinatawag natin yan ng mga constitutional rights. Okay? Bakit sila constitutional rights? Kasi nakapaloob sila sa Article 3, Bill of Rights ng 1987 Constitution. Kaya sila constitutional rights. Naintindihan? Ang laging tinatanong sa board exam, except ano? Except right to appeal. Yung right to appeal, hindi siya constitutional right kasi wala siya sa Bill of Rights. Wala siya sa Constitution, pero nasa statute, nasa batas na ginagawa ng Kongreso. So, ang inaral natin, that is a statutory right. Pero in the actual board exam, hindi ginagamit ang statutory right. Ito ang choices. Ang sasagot mo, yan ang statutory privilege. 1,000 stars yan sa board exam. Okay, so next tayo. 1,000 stars sa board exam. Human rights cannot be just taken away from an individual, such as freedom from torture. Pag sinabing imprescriptible, halimbawa, sa matagal na panahon, hindi mo na-exercise yung human rights, ngayon mo lang gagamitin yung human rights, kahit sa matagal na panahon, hindi mo na-exercise, pwede pa rin. Hindi siya nag-prescribe. No? Hindi nag-prescribe. Imprescriptible. Pag sinabi, kapatid, na interdependent, kapag daw ang human rights ay na-exercise ni A, walang kwenta yung human rights kung hindi yan na-exercise ni B, C, D, E. Ibig sabihin, pag na-exercise ng isang tao, dapat na-exercise din ng iba. Interdependent. Pag sinabi naman inherent, the moment na nilikha ka ng Panginoon, tinataglay mo na yung mga karapatan na yan. Inherent. Kaya ang sagot dyan, human rights na hindi pwedeng tanggalin sa isang tao, laging kasama. Tulad pag na-aresto ka, hindi ka pwedeng bugbugin, hindi ka pwedeng pahirapan. Inalienable right. 1,000 stars sa board exam. Okay, next. 14. In habeas corpus proceedings, any person may apply for a writ on behalf of the aggrieved party. The important issue in such a case is the deprivation of one's. Anong nade-deprive sa'yo kapag nagre-request ka ng habeas corpus? Di ba, writ to produce the body kasi nakakulong ka. So, yung right to liberty. Okay, 15. 1,000 stars yan, ha, sa board exam. 15, this is a remedy available to any person whose right to life, liberty, and security is violated or threatened with violation by an unlawful act or omission of a public official or employee or a private individual or entity. It shall cover extralegal killings and enforce disappearances. Na-discuss na yan kanina. Writ of amparo. 1,000 stars yan sa board exam. Okay, next, 16. This is a remedy available to a person whose right to privacy in life. Naalala? Pag may word of privacy, pag nakita mo yung word na data, pag nakita mo yung word na information, yan lang ang tatandaan mo. Ang sasagot mo, writ of habeas data. Okay? So next, 17. It marks the anniversary of the entry into force in 1945 of the United Nations Charter. So, kailan pinirmahan ng mga bansa yung United Nations Charter? October 24, 1945. 18. The headquarters of the United Nations is found in New York, Cubao. So, 19, the UN Declaration of Human Rights, nabanggit na kanina, December 10, 1948. Okay, number 20, 1,000 stars sa board exam. The following are stages of human rights idealization. Ibig sabihin, naisip nila na dapat meron pala tayong mga human rights na ina-exercise. Yun ang first stage. Okay? After nilang maisip, anong ginawa nila sa naisip nila? Ang keyword po sa board exam, legal instrument. Basta makita mo yung legal instrument, positivization. Ibig sabihin ng legal instrument, isinabatas. Okay? Ang third step, realization. Pag sinabing realization, realize. Ibig sabihin, in-enjoy nila yung human rights, in-exercise nila yung human rights realization. Alin ang hindi kasama dyan? Cooperation. Walang ganon. First stage, idealization. Naisip na dapat meron pala tayong mga human rights. Yung naisip nila, nung ginawa nila, nilagay nila sa some legal instruments, isinabatas, positivization, realization, in-enjoy, in-exercise. Positivization, lumabas na yan sa CLJ, 1,000 stars yan sa board exam. Realization, yung in-enjoy, in-exercise, lumabas na yan sa board exam pero hindi sa CLJ nilabas. Sa CA, sa Correctional Administration lumabas, realization. 1,000 stars yan sa board exam. So yun ang tatlong stages ha, idealization, positivization, realization. Okay, next. 21. This law created the effectivity of the creation of the Commission on Human Rights on May 5, 1987. Executive Order, tanandaan mo lang dyan, yung Bantay Bata 163. No? Executive Order number 163. He was the first chairman of the Presidential Committee on Human Rights. Pag merong tao na itatanong sa human rights sa Pilipinas, ang isasagot mo, Jose Jokno. 23. What particular provision of the Constitution which mandates the creation of the Commission on Human Rights? Ano raw provision ng Constitution ang nag-aatas sa gobyerno ng Pilipinas na lumikha ng constitutional body na tatawaging Commission on Human Rights? Article 13, Section, it should be Article 13, Section 17. Mali. It's letter A. Na? Okay, next. Who was the president of the Constitutional Commission which drafted the 1987 Constitution? Si Cecilia Muñoz Palma. Ano pa ang trivia kay Cecilia Muñoz Palma? Siya yung kauna-unahang babae na nagpatuli, pero lang. Siya yung kauna-unahang babae na naging justice ng Supreme Court. Okay, next. Human rights cannot be just taken away from an individual. Ano tanong na to? So, 1,000 stars yan sa board exam. Inalienable. Sureball yan sa board exam. This theory espouses non-discrimination, ha? Sureball din to sa board exam. 1,000 stars sa board exam. Pag sinabing non-discrimination, ang tinutukoy dyan, equal rights. Equal rights. Pantay-pantay na karapatan ng lahat, kahit sino ka pa man. 1,000 stars, kapatid, sa board exam, God-given rights. So, pag sinabing God-given rights, ang halimbawa niyan ay right to life. No? Di ba wala naman sa batas na lalabas ka sa mundo para papanganak ka? Walang ganon. So, that is natural rights. Ang keyword mo, God-given rights. 1,000 stars sa board exam. 28, which of the following is not a constitutional right? Alin daw sa sumusunod ang hindi constitutional right? Eh di syempre right to appeal kasi wala siya sa Constitution. 29. When a court is satisfied upon proof of death, upon proof or oath, that a material witness will not testify when required, it may, upon motion of either party, order the witness to, kapag halimbawa merong testigo, tapos yung testigo parang hindi a-attend. So, ire-require yan ng korte na mag-post ng bail. Kasi pag hindi siya umattend, i-issuean siya ng warrant of arrest ng korte. Kahit witness siya. Okay? So, which is the correct order in the examination? Natanong na to kanina. Direct, cross, redirect, cross. 31. Who is the chairman of the Lupong Tagapamayapa 1,000 stars sa board exam? Yung punong barangay, siya yung chairman ng Lupong Tagapamayapa. Ilan ang members niyan? 10 to 20 members. Okay, next. This document is required by the prosecutor's office before it can entertain a complaint on a case covered by barangay. Kapag daw ang kaso ay may pagkakabilanggo na hindi lalampas ng 1 year, 1 year or less, umulta na ang parusa ay 5,000 or less, kailangan dadaan ka sa barangay. Hindi ka pwedeng dumiretso sa korte, hindi ka pwedeng dumiretso sa piskal. Pag pupunta ka sa piskal, pupunta ka sa korte, kailangan meron kang dala na CFA, Certificate to File Action. Ibig sabihin, yun ang preba na dumaan na sa barangay, hindi nagkasundo. Nakuha. Okay. So, Lupong Tagapamayapa shall be composed of, sabi natin, 10 to 20 members. Pero ang eksakto mong isasagot sa board exam, 1,000 stars sa board exam, ang eksaktong isasagot mo ay not less than 10, but not more than 20. Yun ang eksaktong nakalagay sa board exam. Not less than 10, but not more than 20, 1,000 stars sa board exam. Okay, 34. The settlement of a dispute by a person or persons chosen to hear both sides and to come to a decision. So, ano daw ang tawag sa settlement of a dispute by a person or persons chosen to hear both sides and to come to a decision? Ang sagot niya? Settlement of a dispute. Yung aayusin yung dispute na mediation. Okay, next. 35. He has a general administrative supervision over all the personnel of the court. He is primarily accountable for all funds that are collected for the court. So, naalala nyo, siya yung lawyer. Siya yung kanang kamay ng judge sa korte. Ang tawag sa kanya, clerk of court. O pag sinabing branch clerk of court, dun sa branch na yon ng korte. Branch clerk of court. 36, a person who types every word said during the trial. Yung nagsusulat ng ganyan-ganyan, lahat ng sinasabi sinusulat, stenographer. 37, the legal officer who presides over the courtroom and directs and controls the trial. A man of learning who spends tirelessly weary hours after midnight acquainting himself with the great body of traditions and the learning of the law. Okay, so nagpipreside. Siyempre, presiding judge. 38, a public official who brings the government's case against a person accused of a crime and asks the court to convict that person. He is more popularly known as fiscal. Public prosecutor. 39, he is tasked with serving writs and processes of the court, keeping custody of the attached properties, and maintaining the record book on writs of execution, writs of attachment, writs of replevin, writs of injunction, and other processes. Kapatid, siya yung nag-a-act kapag meron ng final judgment ang korte. Yan ay trabaho ng sheriff. 40. His primary duty is to serve court notices. He ensures that all notices assigned to him are duly served on the parties. It is through him that defendants learn of the action brought against them by the complainant. More importantly, it is also through him that the trial court acquires jurisdiction over the defendant. So siya yung nagpapadala ng mga summons, siya yung nagpapadala ng mga subpoena habang ang kaso ay pending pa lang. No? Siya yung process server. 41. Courthouses cannot be used by anyone as living quarters for these reasons. Anong reason? A, B. So letter D. Dapat yung korte para lang sa administration of justice, hindi dapat sa parang personal use. So A and B. 42. It is disobedience to the court by acting in opposition to its authority, justice, and dignity. Answer? Contempt of court. So kapag hindi mo sinusunod yung utusan ng korte, pasaway ka sa korte, contempt of court ka. So isang uri ng contempt of court na nakukomit daw in the presence of or so near a court or judge. Okay? Kapag ito yung uri ng contempt na walang due process. Halimbawa, tumunog yung cellphone mo habang nagtatrial, parusa ka kaagad. Walang due process. O kaya nagwawala ka na, nag-hysterical ka doon. Kakulong ka ng korte. Walang due process, kulong agad, parusa agad. Direct contempt. So kapag may kakasuhan ka muna, bago ka parusahan, ang tawag naman doon, indirect contempt. Pag indirect contempt, may due process. Yan ay pag pinadalhan ka ng order ng korte sa bahay mo, naka-enumerate doon yung gagawin mo, hindi mo ginawa, hindi mo sinunod yung korte, indirect contempt ka. Okay, next, 44. What should the people inside the courtroom do when the judge approaches the courtroom to preside over the court sessions? Okay? So, ano gagawin mo pagdating ng judge? Stand up and keep quiet. 45. Which of the following is uttered by the clerk of court upon arrival of the judge? Sabi niya, all rise. The honorable judge, blah, 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 now presiding. Silence is hereby enjoined. All of the above. 46. It is a small mallet or miniature hammer. It is a device used by a presiding officer or judge to signal for attention to order. Yung pamukpok, yung parang martilyo, order in the court, order, silensyo, silensyo. Anong tawag doon? Gavel. Okay, it is the private room of the judge within the courtroom where access by the public is restricted. Diba, halimbawa, dito yung upuan ng judge, kayo yung audience, dito siya lumalabas, di ba? May kwarto dyan. Anong tawag doon? Ang tawag dyan ay judge chamber. 48. The lists of numbered cases scheduled to be heard for the session of the court is found in which of the following? Pag ikaw ay nasa labas, bago ka pumasok sa korte, tingnan mo, may papel doon. Para nakapaskil. Ang tawag doon, court calendar. Ibang tawag sa board exam sa court calendar, docket. So, ano yung docket? Yan yung ginagamit pag malamig. Docket. So, next, members of the bar refer to beer drinkers. Joke lang. Lawyers. Members of the bar, beer drinkers. Next, last question. Members of the bench. Judges, justices. So letter D. Okay? So with that, maraming salamat. Patuloy na maniwalang ARC. Ako'y magiging registered criminologist. Mag-ingat sa pag-uwi.